Factsverse presents 15 years later, the strongest boy is unrecognizable. Richard Sandrak definitely earned the nickname Little Hercules. As a boy, he could handle hundreds of push-ups and sit-ups in a single day. He also had a muscular body that was clearly unexpected for somebody of his age. With his strength and muscular build, the boy could complete incredible workouts, including weightlifting and bench pressing. With regular exercise and a strict diet, it's not surprising that the young Richard became one of the youngest and most impressive bodybuilders of his generation. After all this time, though, the question is, where is Richard Sandrak nowadays? Is he still active in the bodybuilding industry, or has he moved into a different industry? Well, to answer these questions, it's important to look at the experiences of this remarkable young man. Richard Sandrak was born in Ukraine to Pavel and Lena Sandrak. His father was a martial artist, and his mother was a professional in aerobics. Clearly, the boy was born into a sports family, so it's not surprising that he followed in his father's footsteps. Richard was only 2 years old when his parents moved to Pennsylvania in the United States. Shortly after his arrival in the U.S., the young Richard Sandrak was introduced to bodybuilding and weightlifting. As a practicing bodybuilder and martial artist, Pavel had a gym installed in his home in Pennsylvania. He worked out often in his gym, and before long, his little boy began to tag along. There was no way the boy could lift the weights and barbells that his father was lifting, of course, so as a result, Pavel decided to get some lighter weights for his son. This was all to encourage Richard, and before long, he was spending most of his spare time working out in the home gym. Pavel had high hopes for his son, but he knew the boy could not go all that far if the family remained in the east coast of Pennsylvania, so for this reason the family decided to move. This time they moved to California, the headquarters of America's entertainment industry. Pavel knew that there were better prospects for bodybuilders in California, and he hoped to benefit from the advantages there. In the beginning, Pavel served as a coach, mentor, and manager to his son. However, the martial artist knew that there was a limit to what he could achieve as a coach. Pavel was not a professional bodybuilding coach, so he decided to look for an expert to help his son. Pavel met Frank Giardina at a local gym, and the two got to talking. Frank Giardina was a professional, but he was impressed by the raw power and physical strength that he saw in the young Richard. Giardina became Richard's coach, and the journey to stardom began. At just 6 years of age, Richard Sandrak had been transformed from a rough diamond to a young and impressive professional. Many people marveled at the boy's muscular frame, his impressive strength, and his positive attitude towards the work. However, nobody knew that the boy's success was coming at a very steep price. Richard's father was a driven man, and this made him unreasonable in his expectations for his son. As a bodybuilder and a martial artist, Pavel achieved only limited success in his profession. He therefore wanted his son to reach for the stars and achieve everything that he didn't achieve. Well, now there's nothing wrong in wanting your son to succeed in his chosen profession, but Pavel went way too far, and that led to some serious complications later. The first sign of disharmony was Lena's refusal to condone some of her husband's excesses. She rightly pointed out that her husband was overworking her son. She wanted the brutal training regimen to be relaxed. She also wanted the boy to attend school and have friends like other boys his age. Lena felt a life of training, bodybuilding, competitions, and tours for Richard was not going to do the boy much good. Pavel refused to listen to his wife, and that led to some serious domestic problems. Eventually, Pavel was arrested, tried, and jailed for domestic violence. The marriage ended in divorce, and Pavel was out of the way for good. At this time, Frank Giardina, who had cut his ties with the family because of Pavel's excess, returned to Richard's life. With his guidance, Richard continued training and achieved success. Richard starred in a fitness series, acted in movies, and worked as a stuntman in a number of films. Now, 26 years old, Richard is no longer the bodybuilding fanatic that he was when he was younger. He's a normal, athletic young man who stands 6 feet in his stockings. He does not have abnormal muscles, and he's not bent on winning every bodybuilding competition. These days, Richard's just happy to live a normal life. He looks back to his younger days, and he is grateful to be alive and well. Richard has learned some valuable lessons, and he is content to take things easy now. 15 years later, the strongest boy is unrecognizable. And apparently he's happy that way. Subscribe for more.